Hello and welcome to this full moon update. Sorry for my pronunciation. Just been at the Danish part of this full moon work, energy work under the full moon. So I just have to switch into English language as good as I can. I hope you bear with me as we open the energy to this full moon, very special, strong, but yet loving, caring, and mild energy that will support us into this new era shift where we will close the door to the past, to the old era, to be able to renew everything in the new era mirror within ourselves from a spring of source from within. But before we go to this step, we will open to the mutual work for giving light and love to the people and the places that we would like to support the new era way. So we are gathering the energy, and you can participate in 3 ways: as an energy worker, active participating. The field and the held field will ensure that what you're participating with will be what suits you the best and the energy the best at the same time. You can participate as a mutual creator of surplus energy, where we will not use our own energy, but the energy that we are gathering because we are joining in. And if that's still not right for you, you can still participate as a witness and somebody who's received. If you're creating surplus energy, you will still receive and be witness. And if you are participating as an energy worker, everything will be a part of the journey. Breathe. Let's see. Yes, I have a couple of other places I need to share. Oops. Here. So now I think we have shared here and there and everywhere. Welcome here. So we are joining in using our body vibration as an entrance to the new era field and the capacities. Breathe, sense your body, and use your intention to share and choose how to participate. If you will participate as an active energy worker, supported by the field and directed by the field, actually, so the field ensures that we will participate the best way we can. The energy opens, we open this field of light and love, and we will put the lists with the people and the places that we would like to support with this love and light. And if this people and this places is agreeing, or that we have permission to decide upon these places, then the energy will be like an enhanced healing. If we don't have such agreements, then the energy will be like a ray of light, or a smile, or a prayer. So it will be more soft and something that will be shared with the places and the people, and then they will take it in if they decide upon it. Breathe. And as it opens here, we begin to put in the list. And if you participate on replay, this will be a service available for 4 days after the full moon. The healing and the energy work will be available as long as the video is found. Breathe, focus, and if you're participating as an active energy worker, it's a good idea to say there's an endless amount of energy available in the universe. And if, when you say this, you have a sense of something releasing, then your system was believing that you would use your own energy for this energy work. But we are not in the new era. We are supporting the energy, the generation of the energy and the vibrations that we are existing in. But we will not use our own energy for the energy work. We will just be a kind of transmitter with a very low usage of our own energy. The only usage will be what suits us better than if we didn't do it. So it will be balanced. That's how the new era work, the new era energy work, the new era field. Breathe. Maybe you sense a change as we begin to put in the lists with the persons and the places. Maybe you're not sensing any difference at all. You can still participate if you find it interesting or if you have a sense of this gives meaning to you. You have a resonance with this, then no matter how you experience this. You don't need to be able to see something or sense something, but sometimes when we are focusing for a while together and enhance energy, sometimes then we will begin to sense something. Right now, I sense a bit of tensions in my throat. That's due to the expansions of the vibrations. That's how I sense it. Then I create a sigh intentionally, and then some of the tensions release. I have a sense of an expansion in my thought field. Again, a deep breath and maybe stretch a bit, soft, mild. And again, something is changing. So it doesn't have to be love and light and huge expressions. It can be small glimpse of something changing. And then I will support you with the visions that I will have when we are opening further into the energy work, both this part and the part afterwards where we will do some energy work for Earth field and the entrance into the new era consciousness, the mutual fields entrance that's just happening in these days. But let's hold the field for this, supporting with love and light for the lists of people and places that we would like to support with this. And again, I sense an expansion now on the back side, in the uppermost part of my field, and also all the way down to my feet. An expansion. Again, breathe and release. And to you might be sensing the same or something complete different. In the old era, we will use this to decide upon who is right and who is wrong, who is better, who is not. But in the new era, everything is equally right when we are opening to this inner sensing, inner visions or acknowledgements, inner knowings, intuitions, whatever comes by. Every part is equally true and important. It will be different angles, different perspective, different facets of reality that we are mutually joining in. And from this energetic update under the full moon, we'll do a mutual energy work for supporting ourselves and the people, the places that we wish for, and the mutual field of consciousness for Earth people at Earth, and the entrance into the new era consciousness. Breathe. And now these people and the places that we have supported with the love and the light, now the shift in the energy in the surroundings support beautiful light beings so they can enter and do their work. They're stabilizing, they're lifting the energies, they are creating sustainable energies in these layers where they exist. We are so strong in the existence of our energy that if we create enhanced negative energies, they can't be there. Then they're forced to move, and then they cannot do their job, and then the destabilization of the energies will be enhanced and spread. The shift that opens today under the full moon, that we will open within ourselves and in the mutual field of consciousness after this energy work, giving love and light, is a change, a shift in the energy where afterward we will be less sensitive to negative energy in a way where we will not so easily participate in the creation of this, and the invitation that the negative energies can give in any way will be less attractive and less strong. Breathe. And the last lists, and I sense a few huge posts on the list, like every earth people and all people who are suffering, all people who makes decisions, especially people with a power to make decisions that affect everybody. And these is now supported with love and light through the field. And we use our intention to support this creation of the possibility for this support to be delivered to these people, these persons. Now we are nearly there where our part will be fulfilled, and we will move on to the energy work for Earth consciousness, the mutual field of Earth people. Maybe you will have the sense, the invitation to move a bit, then allow your body intelligence to choose for you. Do it soft, mild. Sometimes when we're open to the enhanced energies and we allow the body to move, it can be a little bit wild. And then it can be disturbing for your balance in the body. So when you're doing the soft movements and allow the body to move and you do it with the enhanced energy, it's a good idea to do it mild, soft, quietly, and at the same time allow your body intelligence to choose for you how it wants to move a bit. And sometimes then the sensation of the energy will be enhanced or more balanced. Breathe. And now we are ready to shift. And again, you can make your decision if you want to participate as an active energy worker in the energy work here under the full moon, working with the energetic updates. And the energetic updates today is closing the door to the old era. And that is about the old programs. So the old programs will not be invited anymore. If the old programs is needed, they will be updated to the new era versions before they are activated in our system. And that's the shift that we will work and support today and benefit of by our work with our own entrance to this possibility, this update. So you can participate as an active energy worker supported by the field. You don't need to have previous experiences at all. Just put your intention and the field will do the work, will support you into participating in the best way that suits you and the work the best. Breathe. And now it begins. If you want to participate not as an active energy worker, you can participate in the generation of the surplus energy. That's not our own energy, but the energy that's supported by us meeting in and opening the energy together. Or you can participate as a receiver and as a witness. From your center point, your 0 point, at the center of your spheric field of consciousness, it's placed in the center of your body, just below the heart, above the solar plexus. In this point, this space, your access to the sea of light opens, and the sea of light opens within yourself. And at the same time, it opens in the mutual field of consciousness. Not because we are creating it, but because it's time. By participating, we are enhancing the possibility for this to happen in reality. And we open for the access for ourselves, for the update to be present, and for us to experience it in our everyday life. By that, we manifest and we show the interest and show how it will be used, and then it will be enhanced, how it's supported to be given to everybody on earth afterwards and at the same time. Maybe you sense a shift in the energy now. I do. Breathe. Stretch a bit. Deliberately sigh. Creation. Sensing a freshness in the energy that witness the experience and supports us in a glimpse of what will come with the update that opens here. The sea of light opens from within and throughout in all of your field, your body, the field that just around the body, and the oval field and the spheric field is fulfilled with the sea of light. And the same happens in the global field at the same time. This fulfillment stabilizes us to be prepared to this energetic update on the full moon, where we will close the door to the old programs in a way that ensures that when the old programs is needed, they will be updated to our version before they're activated. Our new era versions, new era consciousness versions, the ones that's present now. So instead of us be brought back to the old program's ways and frames and drawbacks and foundation, we will be standing here in our new frame, our new foundation, our possibilities that's active here, and the program will reopen in this new era system and will automatically be reprogrammed through your system to fit to you and your consciousness where it is right now. In the time before now, we have been brought back to the old era programs and outlived them in the old era way, even though we exist in the new era. That gives this strange sense of being stretched and sometimes even ripped apart in our consciousness. So we will have spots, blind spots, areas that's not functioning, areas that we don't like to be in, activation of the nervous system, a lot of different ways that creates sense of not being capable of balance and being founded in ourselves and our sense of reality in different ways. Not necessarily in a strange way, in everyday ways, like I can't describe how I feel. I don't know what to do about this. I have a dilemma. I don't know what I think. These kind of experiences relate to what we are experience as reopening of old programs that's not aligned with where we are, with our presence, with our reality, with our nowadays ways. So the change that we will joining in on and be supported by is this change into automatic update of the programs. Inner self and inner mutual reality. When this happens in our mutual reality, old angers will become new hangers. So instead of anger, it will be things that we will know we need to take care of, things we know that is important, things we know that we have to be careful about. Instead of being ignited by anger, we will be ignited by precautional, open, awakened consciousness. And the same strength, the same energy that's contained in anger will support our energy to be balanced, open, awakened, aware. And you don't have to believe me. Let's try it to experience it in our own way. So now we're connected and we are agreeing upon, yes, we would like to get the support under the full moon energetic update to enter in the new era ways in a way where our old programs will not be ignited unless they are updated the first. Breathe. Stay connected with the body just by sensing it. And again, maybe something is changing, a sense of warmth, being cold, movement of energy. Something is tensing up, something is releasing. Allow it. Open the space for it to be allowed. Follow the move. Every movement within, allow it, follow it, Breathe. The energetic update opens, and as it opens within a fulfillment of the sea of light within ourselves and within our mutual field, the global field, and ignites with the pure bright light, and it opens to the 7 other earths that we are connected with here in the younger part of the universe, and ignite through the spirals all the way out to the outer part of the universe and the oldest programs, the source. Opening to the oldest wisdoms fields in the universe. No, it was singular. The oldest wisdom field. Breathe. Open within and in the global field at the same time. And this is what aligns us. So the door slowly is not only closing, it's diminishing and it's disappearing. So this door that was open, that allows us to go back and reignite old programs in an unupdated form, is disappearing. Hello, nice to see you as well. If you just entered, we are nearly been here for half an hour. You can reuse the replay afterwards to participate all the way. Right now, we're in the middle of an energetic update within ourselves and in a mutual global field. And we're participating in the movement that's already present and has opened from here to the outer edges of the universe. And this updates not only close the door, diminishing, and the door disappears. For us to no longer to be able to ignite the old programs without them being updated in a new era form. And this will ensure that we will no longer fracture ourselves. Breathe. Sense the shift, however it appears in you. It doesn't have to be anything special. It can be small signs, small things. It can even be completely quiet with nothing happening. So where should you recognize this shift? In your everyday life. When things is difficult, that you begin to have an experience where everything fits. Everything isn't right, everything isn't manageable, but it somehow fits. So if you know this sense of not being able to complete the puzzle, even though you have all the pieces, this is what will shift with this energetic update under the full moon that we are participating in, and thus enhancing the possibility for this to happen within ourselves and in our mutual field of consciousness, in our collective consciousness field. What is also the spirit for Earth Soul. And right now, we are supported to not only ignite our old programs, but get the support for them to be updated to our new era forms, all of them at the same times. Hi, welcome here. So ensure that you still stay connected with the body. And now the energy expands. So the vibration goes up and down at the same time. And our old programs embedded in a system will begin to update. To some people, they see it, they sense it. To some, it's just a quiet experience. But afterwards, to have this sense of thinking thing makes more sense, and that you're comprehending more in a more quiet, easy way, not so confused. And the situations in your daily life where you have a sense of being on the edge of understanding or comprehending or handling, being able to handle, it change. So only if you have experiences like this in everyday life, you can rely on that something is changing. It's not something we imagine. Energy right now is a spiral, and spiraling is opening throughout the universe. We are in the innermost part, joining in together with the other 7 Earth and opening through the spirals all the way out to the outer parts of the universe where we have the oldest part, and thus the original fields of wisdom. And they are opening now and supporting us in the update. And how can the oldest parts of the wisdom field be the ones that actually can update our old programs into the new era ways? That's because they are from the beginning of times before we have the library, the memory fields in the DNA. At that time, we were completely connected with the mutual consciousness, and everything we thought, experienced, meant were available to everybody. In that form, everything was updated to the present now and the highest possibility at all time through everybody. And this is what's opening right here, right now, under this full moon, in our mutual field of consciousness, our global field. Breathe. Now I sense the expansions that opens because our old programs begins to ignite. And begins the update. And it's not only updating in our personal fields, the mutual fields update, and in our everyday life, this is like opening to a common mutual comprehending of what makes sense in our reality. Bridges between people, groups of people created within soul capacities. Opens here. And in my inner vision, I see a change in the energy in the global field. This sea of light that was open to support us into this shift is now creating colors like when you see in the surface of soap bubbles of soap, you have these rainbow colors. It's like really enhanced rainbow colors, like on the surface of bubbles that's now opening in field of earth and supporting the update of all the old programs that haven't been updated. The old programs that haven't been updated is the ones where we haven't been able to connect wisdom with them. So this is where we sometimes have experience where we think, how can we not be more capable? How can this happen? How can't we perform better in our mutual world? When we have this experience, it's because we can see something that's not functioning. If we can see it, we have the capacity for it. So these capacities opens now, not only in each and every one of us, but in the mutual field and in the ancient wisdom way from before earth time. In that way, if one person was carrying in a wisdom, a way to see what makes sense, it was expressed in everybody, like trends. So like we know it from trends today, this was wisdom trends that opens within the field, and this is igniting in our field today. So for us to be awake and really aware in the next couple of days to see what is inviting, what is opening. Do we see things we didn't see before? Do we comprehend things we didn't comprehend before? Will we have like inner knowings with more dimension, more expansion, or will it be the same as before? We are opening to a new era adventure here. Stay connected with the body. Now the energy is enhanced again. Somebody will experience warmth in the body, or tensions, or unease, or maybe feeling really well. It doesn't have to be anything special or in a certain way. Just something is changing, and even nothing is okay. Now the update of the old programs is nearly aligned. And when all the programs aligns and unites, the oneness and the whole and the oneness begins to exist with a density that's high enough to support everybody, no matter how they reflect. And this density will exist here for about 2-3 years and supports us intensely into connect into the new era way, a way that makes sense and ensures that we are reflecting our own wisdom and thus enhancing and extracting it to the highest possible level in our own and in the mutual field at the same time. This is what we are gathering about today, not only here, but in a lot of groups all over the world, and standing on stepping stones created by energy worker beforehand. Yesterday, 100 years, 1,000 years from now, we are walking the path that they created and enhancing it. Breathe. And now the update begins to land in our field, in a system. And because it's activated, the new era system begins to open In the beginning, it opens like as a breath due to reflection. And for each breath, the density is enhanced and strengthen the system, open the new era capacity within your availability. Small choices will give a lot of direction. Small changes will have new effects. To be aware and to watch, to observe is really a good idea the next couple of weeks. And maybe you have experienced it already, that something has changed and you know it, but maybe you can't put words upon it. Maybe you can't describe it, what it is. Now we are aligning. Each and every one of us is aligning. Earth field is aligning. We are aligning with the other 7 earths. And aligning throughout the universe to the ancient cosmic libraries. And settling. Breathe, allow your body intelligence to decide how to move, but still do it quiet and soft to ensure that you're not doing something hasty. Breathe, observe the change if any change appears. To me, I sense a change, a little bit of warmth. It's one of my signs of the energy works landing in cell level. And then I sense a clarity with density. It seems like a lesser disturbed knowing. And actually, the lesser disturbance is quite clear to me, quite present. And like a sense of fresh energy, like being in the mountains or at the sea with this especially fresh air. More like mountain air. To me, the energy seems like this. And I enjoy it. And then I see Earth feel connected with the heart of Earth. And the heart of the other 7 Earths opens at the same time. They are mutually connected and open to the 0 point of the universe, the center point of the universe, open in our center point at the same time, and expand by the connection of the cosmic heart, where everybody who has ever been existing in the universe, whatever heart who have been active in love, is connected with the cosmic heart. And with the 8 earths, the heart of the 8 earths, now we're connected to the 0 point of the universe and to the cosmic heart through of the whole universe, to the outer edges, being totally connected. And it seems like all the programs begins to update. And that this will be something that goes on for an amount of time, a matter of time. that will enhance the density and support it to stay here and constantly be reprogrammed with whatever we choose. Every single one of us, everybody who's choosing love, everybody who's choosing to bring something to a higher manner, it will be shared and intensify the density that gives us the support. Breathe. Now we are landing here, stabilizing, founded in our reality. And how will you meet this in everyday life manner? If you meet something that doesn't make sense to you, you notice if you're in the eye of the storm or if you're in the storm. Then you choose to be in the eye of the storm. Breathe. And within yourself, reflect upon whatever is difficult to you, being aware that you are not disturbed when you choose with your intention to be in the eye of the storm. Then after a while, you decide to go into the storm, being massaged in the energy, be supported to release, be stretched a bit, and again allow the energy to support you to create a shift, being observing, being aware what's going on here. Then after a short while, you go back into the eye of the storm, more quiet, and then you reflect and observe and watch if anything new appears by itself. It's not something you thought about. It's not something that you're bringing. It's just igniting by itself. It's just materializing. Then you met this update. Then you have an experience that supports you into your own meeting, your own relation to this update. And only when we have our own relation, it begins to be truly embedded in our energetic field of the DNA, memory field, where it will stay. When we are connected and interconnected and aligned, every choice we will make that aligns with the update will support it to be ignited as a trend in the mutual field. And because we are going through this passage where we are connected with the other seven earth and the mutual heart that is united to the zero point of the universe and to the outermost points, outermost parts, and connected with the cosmic hearts. The update's possibility is nearly unlimited. It's our choices that creates the materialization, the creation. And what I find really comforting and interesting is that in the visions I'm seeing that a few people create a huge change by choosing it from a perspective where you know what you're choosing. Somehow you're enhancing the update and you're enhancing the distribution to whatever and when it makes sense. Breathe, allow the body to move like it wants. Let the body decide, but still only allow soft, mild movements, tenderness. Being careful with yourself. Breathe. And now we're landing here. I sense all the awareness, the groups, the other groups that work with energy now and from before. I sense whoever we are here together with on the same path is joining us in spirit and enhancing the mutual field, the possibilities. We are so connected with so many paths at these times, so sometimes it's confusing, but staying in this quiet, centered space and meet whatever comes by and reflect upon it until it makes sense, connects the dots and centers the pieces for us to open the oneness, the wholeness, the wholeness, the oneness, and begin not to only have glimpses but passages and time spans where we exist in this new era ways that's so different and need to be experienced. Right now you can experience it by choice. Put your intention on your entrance into this 0 point space, the void, and the field will support you into enter the entrance into this field, where the door to the old program is not only closed, it disappeared. Breathe. Landing. I sense the expansion. Maybe you sense something different. Everything is equally right and equally important. Landing here, nice and quiet. Sense the body, and when you're moving into your reality afterwards, be sure to be connected with their body and move slowly the first couple of minutes until your senses is more related to the surrounding than to the energy. You can also sit quiet for a couple of minutes, open your senses into the surrounding, and then you'll sense the stabilization as well. Breathe and landing here. And thank you for this beautiful meeting of today. We will meet again under the next full moon with the energetic updates. And I open to online teachings in English as well. New Era teachings where we meet a couple of times a month. And next time will be the 6th of June. And you can find it on my homepage, marianelena.com. And it'll be with a payment of €11 per month for these 2 gatherings. And in one of the gatherings, we will have teachings. And in the other ones, we will talk about the energy right now and small readings and sharings to be met everyone. So thank you for this meeting. I hope you have a good experience. And if it makes sense to you and you sense a difference, I hope you will share it and leave a comment. And I will keep an eye on the comments until the next new moon energetic update. Thank you for today, and I hope that the sea of light and your unification, your stabilization, and everything that goes with you will support you into the best ways every day. See you here and there.